Hello guys, this is Nicholas and here we go. Today we're going to talk about mysteries. For example, we have the Bermuda's Triangle, we have some rocks. Do you know where this is? Alright, we will discover where this is. Also, we have a blanket. Do you know who this blanket belongs to? Alright, do you recognize this mystery? Which is this mystery? Is this a real monster or is this just an elephant? Okay, so these are today's objectives. For today, in the communicative objective, we are going to talk about mysteries. We are going to use the language objective, which is use past continuous and action verbs. For example, UFOs were chasing people, or people were running after they saw the nest monster. Okay, so what is the task? What is the final activity that we are going to do today? So you guys are going to investigate. We're going to have a web quest about mysteries. So what is this mystery? What is this mystery about? Why is it considered a mystery? So we are going to find out the best mystery. All right? We will discover different mysteries in this class. So here we go. First of all, we are going to share the class preparation that you have already prepared about mysteries vocabulary. So can you please follow this conversation model? I am going to divide you into groups and you guys are going to talk um, uh, about the words that you have prepared for this class. So remember to follow the conversation model. After first, then you have second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on and so forth. Very good. So let's go in groups. After you have finished this sharing your class preparation, we're going to continue. So we are going to practice about mysteries, vocabulary, and past continuous. So this is why we are going to use quizzes. So make yourself the best in this competition. Very good, let's go. So here we go. We're going to practice this. And here we practice about mysteries vocabulary. And we talk about past continuous. We use past continuous. Remember that this grammar structure we studied previous classes. Also, we have action verbs, okay, which are some important vocabulary that we are going to use along the class. Very good, let's continue. And what mysteries do you know? Okay, all right, okay. So there we go. We're going to watch this video, which is about a mystery. Remember to collect information while watching the video, and then you ask and answer these questions in groups. How many mysteries does the video point out? What mysteries do you remember? And what's the most interesting mystery you saw in the video and why? You need to explain why. So let's watch this video. Okay, this is the video.
This might sound crazy, but there are some.
And well, after you have seen this video, let's go in groups and we are going to talk about it, about the video, ask and answer these questions in groups. So again, I am going to divide you in the breakout rooms. So let's go. Okay, then we have the assessment. Here we have the assessment. Can you please tell me, were you and your classmates great or you were poor? Okay, remember to follow the conversation. follow the model so that you can tell me or tell the class if you were great or poor. All right, so now we're gonna have this conversation. We're going to talk about mysteries. So, can you please follow this conversation model? And I want two volunteers. Is there any volunteer here in class? All right. So remember, the first question is, what's a mystery for you? What do you think? And does Colombia have any mysteries? Which one do you know? Can you name it or name them? Very good. Let's continue, and we're gonna go. Today we're going to study this. We're going to go with the learning strategy. But before that, how can we predict what a text or an audio is going to be about? How can we do it? Do we have to be wizards or magicians? Well, no. We're going to follow this conversation model so that we can understand better what a reading text or what any activity is about. So we pay attention to the pictures, the titles, the headings, the instructions, and we think about information that we already know, and we make predictions, and then we check if our predictions were right or not. Let's practice and let's make predictions. So, can you please look at these pictures and answer what's the story about? Look at the picture and answer these questions. What's the story about? What words in bold do you see? And after that, you guys are going to write a story using the vocabulary that you consider from the pictures, and you guys are going to use past continuous. Okay? Let's go. Let's do it. So these are the pictures. Can you please write the story? Um, what's the story about? What was he doing? What happened in this story? Remember to use past continuous. Okay, and then we share ideas to the class. Good. Okay. Now, let's remember some action verbs. Okay, so look at the pictures. What were they doing last weekend? What were they doing last weekend? So, what was he doing? Okay. What was what were the kids doing? What was he doing? Okay. What was she doing? Okay. There we go. Now we are going to make reading predictions. So can you please look at these pictures. Look at the pictures of the text, and then let's make predictions. What can the pictures tell you? What do you think the story is about? And what was the crime? What was the crime? What happened? And what let's go. Let's look at the pictures and tell to the class uh what what can the pictures tell you? What's the story about? And look at these pictures. What was the crime about? Okay, and what did it happen? What do you think happened? All right. Very good. Let's continue, and we are going to ask and answer these questions. Let's go on reading. I'm gonna um, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes so that you can read this text, and then we go to Mentimeter and answer these questions. Who do you think stole the painting? And how did it happen? How did the crime happen? Okay, let's go to Mentimeter. And here we have Mentimeter so that we can practice, so that you can answer these questions. Let's continue, and we're going to have the assessment for the learning strategy. How can you rate this learning strategy? How many stars do you give to this learning strategy, and why? Okay, so here we go. And do you think this learning strategy is helpful? Why is it? Okay, let's continue. Let's make predictions. Okay, look at the pictures. And what were people doing uh, when they experienced mystery situations? For example, UFO, the Nest Monster, or the Bigfoot. Okay, what do you think? What were people doing when they experienced mystery situations? All right, finally, let's go with the task, and um, we're going to find out the best mystery. So you guys are going to investigate about a Colombian mystery, or the best your mystery, the one that you really like, and you guys are going to write information about it and try to use past continuous, which is the grammar from the class. Very good. So remember to use past continuous, use mystery or myths vocabulary, and follow the conversation model. So this is the conversation model that you have to follow when you finish your investigation. All right, so let's have the final assessment. What do you think? How did your group perform? Were you and your classmates great or poor? Remember to follow the model so that you can realize what you need to practice or what you just need an extra practice. All right, so let's remember that today we have talked about mysteries. We used past continuous and action verbs, and we find out the best mystery. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you next class. Bye bye.